Good morning or good afternoon if you're watching this in the afternoon. But I am so excited because today is seed starting day for some of my garden starts. And generally I don't start quite this early. It's February. And I have a chart, and I think my first day to start seeds that I scheduled out was March 3rd. But you know what? I'm tired of this cold. I'm tired of the snow. And it won't hurt to start a little bit early. I know a lot of people who don't really go by those dates anyway. So we're just gonna get started. Got my coffee, grab yours, and I'm gonna show you guys how I start some seeds. All right, we are in the greenhouse. I am not leaving my seeds out here, but it's kind of messy, so I'm gonna get them all into the cells, and I am using, I can't tell you where these are even from because I have acquired them from many places over the years, but they do the job. And if you're buying, I mean, you can, Greenhouse Megastore website is a great place to get stuff like this. And I've ordered a few more that are on the way. So, but like Tractor Supply, even like Walmart, Amazon, whatever. These are probably from Amazon. Whatever you get, just make sure that it has a bottom with no holes, because I do bottom watering all the time, like until I put them in the ground. Basically, I will do bottom watering. It just helps with no disease on the plant, and it helps with just keeping the plant firm in the soil and stuff until it gets bigger and stronger. So we do bottom watering. And then I've got my seeds over here. I have like a weird feeling that I had pepper seeds that are somewhere else. So I don't know. I've gone through my entire seed container, so I don't really know where they would be. But I'm only doing 2 types of peppers. Doing a California Wonder sweet bell pepper from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, and then a sweet banana pepper from them as well. And then gonna do maybe like 1 jalapeno pepper plant. I don't love jalapeno peppers. Like, I cannot eat like a jalapeno popper. It's too spicy for me. But people in my family do enjoy them. And I'll do some like pickled ones, maybe some fermented ones. I haven't tried that before. I'm not sure if that would be good or not for those that like the spice, but I do use them in like salsa. So I need at least 1 plant. But I will probably bum that off of my neighbor who gave me some jalapeno pepper plants last year, because I know she's gonna start some too, or already has. All right, so today with you guys, I'm just gonna start tomatoes and peppers. So the tomatoes I'm doing are Amy's apricot mix. We love these. They, like, some of them are orange, some of them are red, some of them are even more like a yellowy, like they're just a very fun little cherry tomato. And then we're gonna do Amish paste for all the sauces, and we're gonna do Virginia sweets. It's a great slicer, very pretty. And we'll also do a brandy wine, which is just like your typical red slicer. All right, and I may see if any of these germinate just for fun, if there's any left in here. These are lollipop cherry tomatoes. We've grown these the last few years, and the boys just think, yeah, there's about 20 seeds left in there. But the boys, they're from a couple years ago though, but we'll give it a shot. The boys think they're very fun, that they're called lollipop cherry tomatoes, and they're very sweet and, could possibly taste like a lollipop. They're a larger cherry tomato for sure, but very fun to grow. So let's get started. All right, so to get started, we just need cells to put your seeds and soil in. And I have about a half a bag left of potting soil from last year, which is totally fine to use. And then you obviously need your seeds, and that is it. I'm trying to decide what to do here, because usually to make things easier, I use this huge stainless steel bowl. I'll put the soil in here, and then I'll mix water into it, and mix it up so that I don't have to water everything, and then the seeds just kind of stick in the soil a little bit better when you do it that way, I feel like. So I usually do that. It is freezing cold out here. Like, my hands are numb. So I don't know if I feel like getting my hands into the wet, cold soil. So I'm gonna have to think about that. But anyway, you can do it either way. You can put it in dry and then, maybe like mist, or definitely bottom water, mist the tops. It just really helps to have the soil damp, and then you really don't have to water it for like the first couple of days. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be brave enough to stick my hands in the freezing cold soil. All right, I'm gonna put some gloves on and see if that'll help. But I wanted to show you guys these new gardening gloves that I'm gonna use that I got from Costco. They are so nice. They say they're leather work gloves, but they're going to be perfect for gardening and just all the outdoor work. And they come in a 2-pack, so I'm giving 1 pair to my friend. And then this is the potting soil that I use. It's also from Costco. It's a good deal. It has done super great for us, so I'm gonna keep on buying it. And I get this gigantic bag because I start literally hundreds of seeds, but you could, where's my little scoop? You could get a smaller bag for sure somewhere else, but you can use this, year after year if you don't use it all. So it's a good deal to get from Costco. So I'm just going to fly up my face. Very dry, but that's okay. It does get dried out. Like I said, we're gonna add water anyway, so it really doesn't matter how dry it is. Also wanted to mention, I have already started some lettuce in here. It's very cold in here. It's not heated. Obviously it warms up some when the sun hits the greenhouse. But I'm just kind of letting that do its own thing over there. I have it in a big long tray, so I'm not about to bring that inside my house. So it'll germinate when it germinates, and when it's warm enough in here for the lettuce. And I'm gonna have another tray that I'm gonna do spinach in as well. We just had lettuce and spinach growing in our garden into January, the beginning of January. So that was really fun. That was the longest we had extended our growing period, our growing season. So we just had a little break and now we're starting back up, but that's 100% exciting to me because I am just tired of winter and not being outside a ton. I love to be outside. We'll spend like probably 8 hours a day outside as soon as it warms up a bit. So very excited for that. All right, now we're going to mix the water in our soil and get it into here so that we can put our seeds in. All right, that took a little longer than usual just because it's so cold and the water wants to freeze. But let me see if I can show you guys. So you want it kind of like definitely moist, but not like runny. You know, definitely not runny, definitely not super, super mushy, but it's definitely moist, as you can see. And so this will just be easy to put down into the cells and get the seeds in there. All right, let's do that. All right, so I have this filled. I will do several more trays, but for the sake of showing y'all how I do this, we're just gonna fill this one up right now, because I also probably have to make lunch for everybody soon anyway. I don't know exactly what time it is, but it's getting there. Also wanted to say, I, in the past, have used seed starting soil, and then when I up pot, I'll put it in just like an organic potting mix. I really haven't seen any difference at all in the germination or the health of my plants, so I find it much simpler to just stick with, you know, the one potting mix all the way through, just so that it's one less thing that I have to buy. And yeah, like I said, have not seen a difference in anything as far as the plants go. All right, so take my gloves off now. I really can't wait for the sun to hit more on this greenhouse. It's so cold. So ready for spring. All right, now I'm gonna gather my seeds and get organized here. Okay, change of plans. Decided to move to the patio in the sun because it just felt not smart to be in the freezing cold greenhouse. But I know in just a couple of months, it's gonna be so warm in there, and I can't wait. So I usually write out what I'm gonna plant on just popsicle sticks. You can buy actual plant markers. And I need to, because I'm almost out of these popsicle sticks, but I had bought them a long time ago for the kids to do crafts with, and so I'm just using them up. So I just write the variety on here so that I don't get my plants mixed up, because I sell and give away plants, and then obviously for the planning of my garden, I just want to make sure I know what is where and, you know, not lose track of things. So let's actually get the seeds into the dirt now. Okay, so when you open your seed packet, just be careful, because sometimes they can get stuck up here at the top, like at the adhesive. Tomato seeds are generally large enough that you can, you know, just put 2 per cell. This is because one might not germinate. We have really good germination rates with this company, and they always do just so well for us that I feel okay doing 1 per cell, but I'm probably still going to do 2 just because I have some from last year to use up as well. So it's fine if I do too. So I just, you know, put some in my hand, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle on top, kind of space them out. Oops, that was actually 3. Space them out a bit from each other. And then I'll go through and just push them down a tiny bit and put a little bit of soil over top of them. If they both sprout up, which they most likely will, I usually just pluck one, which can feel wasteful, but like I said, you never know if one's not going to germinate. So better safe than sorry on that. And so definitely just, you know, stick with the 2. If you put too many, then you've really wasted, like overcrowded it, because these cells are really small. So let me just show you again, like they're small. I'm not sure the exact size. But they're definitely small, and so I'm gonna up pot into like 4-inch pots eventually. So I definitely wouldn't want this being too crowded, because I don't want to hinder the growth and the health of my plants. So I do 2 per cell. All right, I'm gonna fill this whole thing up with tomatoes. Okay, so I have all the cells filled with, most of them have 2 seeds in them. I put 1 and some of them just because I was getting low. And then I will just take like the tiniest pinch, and just, you know, cover it so I can't see the seed. And that's it. I'll just do that for each one. That's too much in there. And then I will show you guys the next step after I get all of this done. I'm in my basement. The lighting down here is so bad, it makes me like glow. But anyway, I have grow lights kind of rigged up on these shelves. This is my first year using shelves. Usually I just put out this big table, and then clip all the grow lights on, and just, it works. In the very beginning, when I first started seeds, I literally just used a sunny window. So you don't need anything fancy, but it is definitely more convenient, especially the more seeds you're starting. Like, you may just have like 1 tray of seeds if, you know, you don't do a gigantic garden, but this is still a lot of plants here. And, you know, you can just use a table or a shelf or whatever and 1 grow light. These are from Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. Like, I would say you could get one for like 30 bucks maybe, but, you know, there's higher quality ones, but these, I have not had any problem with these. I've had, strong and healthy plants. So anyway, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get everything on here, because I have more trays and these are kind of big to turn the other way, so it's gonna be a challenge. But I am thankful to be using shelves this year just to take up less space, and we do have bigger shelves if we need to use those for when I up pot, because it's gonna be a lot of little pots with plants. So we'll see. But anyway, just want to show you guys the setup here. I have them on a timer. They go for 12 hours and then they turn off for 12 hours and they turn back on. But hopefully it's gonna do well down here in the basement. And I am gonna show you guys real quick. One last thing is, peppers love heat to germinate. So I have heating mats that look like this. They unroll and you just set them underneath the tray. And so I'll be putting those underneath my peppers. I always do that, and to help them germinate and get going. Anyway, that is it as far as seed starting goes. You know, don't be afraid to do it. I love starting my own seeds because it is so cost effective. Like, you can get a pack of seeds for $3 and there's a lot of seeds per pack. And I mean, look at everything that you can grow with just 1 or 2 packs of seeds, versus, you know, buying plants that are several dollars a piece. So it just makes sense if you're going to be doing a garden to try and start your own seeds. And it's really not that difficult. It's not It shouldn't be intimidating, but hopefully I was helpful in showing you guys my process. And if you have any questions at all, please drop them in the comments below, and hope you all enjoyed.